In 2007, Nissan showed up at the Nurburgring with a car nobody had heard of. They sent it out on a cold lap. No drama, no announcement, no crowd. Just a car and a driver and a stopwatch. The lap time came back at 7 minutes 29 seconds. That was faster than a Porsche 911 Turbo. Faster than a Ferrari 599. Faster than cars that cost 3 times as much. The GT-R had arrived. The story of the GT-R starts in the late 1960s, not in Japan, but on a racetrack. Nissan's Skyline GT-R made its motorsport debut in 1969 and immediately began winning. It won 49 consecutive races in Japanese touring car competition. 50 consecutive races in domestic motorsport is not a number that happens by accident. It happens when a manufacturer builds something genuinely faster than everything else on the grid. The GT-R became a legend in Japan. But most of the world didn't know it existed. Through the 1970s and 1980s, the Skyline evolved through multiple generations, each one refining the formula. Then, in 1989, came the R32, the car that made the GT-R famous beyond Japan's borders. The R32 GT-R was equipped with a 2.6-liter twin-turbocharged inline-six engine, producing 276 horsepower, at least officially. Japanese manufacturers had agreed to a gentleman's agreement capping power claims at 276 GP. Most people in the industry believed the actual output was considerably higher. It also carried Nissan's Atessa all-wheel drive system and a rear-wheel steering setup called supercars. The combination of grip, power delivery, and balance made it a formidable track weapon. It then went to Australia and won the Touring Car Championship so convincingly that it was eventually banned from competition for being too fast. Banned from racing for being too fast. That sentence summarizes what the GT-R was. The R33 and R34 followed through the 1990s, each generation sharper and more capable than the last. The R34 GT-R became the definitive version. Its styling aggressive and purposeful, its performance numbers genuinely astonishing for the era. But America couldn't have it. U.S. import regulations required cars to be 25 years old before they could be brought in without meeting modern safety and emissions standards. The R34 launched in 1998, which meant the wait for American enthusiasts stretched until 2023. That unavailability created something powerful. The GT-R became the forbidden fruit of the JDM world, the car that American enthusiasts saw in video games, in magazines, in racing coverage, but couldn't own legally. Gran Turismo and Forza made the Skyline GT-R one of the most recognized cars in the world to an entire generation of gamers who had never seen one in real life. Then, in 2007, the modern era began. Nissan launched the R35 GT-R, dropping the Skyline name for global markets, positioning it directly against the world's best sports cars. The twin-turbocharged 3.8-liter V6 produced 480 horsepower. The dual-clutch transmission launched the car to 60 miles per hour in under 3 seconds. The price was around $70,000. Cars with comparable performance from Ferrari, Lamborghini, and Porsche cost between $150,000 and $300,000. The GT-R didn't just compete with those cars. It embarrassed them on the track while charging a fraction of the price. Journalists who tested it back-to-back with European supercars came back with the same verdict. On a circuit, the GT-R won. Not sometimes. Consistently. Nissan had built what many called the democratization of supercar performance, a machine that took the driving dynamics and track capability that had previously required a second mortgage and made it accessible to anyone who could afford a well-equipped sports car. The GT-R earned a nickname that stuck, Godzilla. It was accurate. Over the following years, Nissan continued refining the R35. The Nismo version pushed output beyond 600 horsepower while becoming faster still around the Nurburgring. Each update sharpened the car's already extraordinary capabilities. The R35 remained in production for over 15 years, an almost unheard-of lifespan for a performance car, a testament to how right Nissan got the fundamentals from the start. Today, the GT-R stands as proof that performance doesn't have to come with a prestige badge and an eye-watering price tag. It stands as proof that engineering and intention matter more than heritage and marketing. Nissan didn't build the GT-R to be exclusive. They built it to be the best. And for a long time on a racetrack it was. Subscribe for the full story behind every legend. New video every week. No filler, just the cars that actually mattered. Next up, the Porsche 911. The car that should have been discontinued 4 decades ago. And why Porsche is glad they didn't.